Should you buy Volvo's all-new battery-powered SUV, the compact XC40 Recharge? The XC40 Recharge is Volvo's first pure battery electric vehicle, but by no means the last. By 2025, Volvo expects 50% of its volume to be battery electric cars, the rest hybrids. Well, what you're looking at here starts at about $65,000. Power? Whew, lots of it. 402 horsepower here from the 2 electric motors and the very robust battery pack. Range? Estimated at about 335 kilometers between charges. Now, charging, you should be able to charge this up in about 40 minutes using the fastest level 3 charging outlet. The design here is almost exactly the same as any other XC40 with a gas engine, other than a few changes which I'll get to in a moment. Now, the front end, well, there's no gas engine here, so Volvo's engineers had to re-engineer the front end to make it more robust in the event of a crash. Of course, you can add extras that drive this rig's price tag to around $70,000. That in mind, buyers also qualify for thousands and thousands of dollars in government subsidies. The battery piece is the obvious story here, but there is more to tell you about with this XC40 Recharge, and it starts with Google. Volvo has contracted with Google to provide the infotainment operating system, and so when you interface with this car, well, interact with it, it's just like using your Google smartphone, if you're an Android user, of course. Now, I'm an Apple guy, but I still managed to figure it out. Either way, you still get access to many of the Google features, all the Google features really, as Volvo says. This is a fast rig, very sporty in acceleration and overall performance. The battery is the key. It's a 78 kilowatt hour high voltage unit integrated into the floor and the center tunnel. I like the drive here. The XC40 sprints away from a dead stop, handles corners beautifully. And that's because so much battery weight is low in the floor. If you want to simplify your city driving and save energy, one pedal driving is easily turned on, and it basically manages all your stops while recovering energy, extending the battery range, of course. Electrification is one of 2 key Volvo brand goals. The other, of course, safety. Well, you've got loads of electronic safety nanny features, from collision avoidance and lane mitigation and all those kinds of things. But you also get something really cool, which are active headlights that bend around a corner as you go around that corner, increasing and improving the illumination. Very cool. The design here doesn't scream battery car, but there are some quite obvious elements to separate the EV XC40 from others, the others with gas engines. The front grille speaks to the EV thing's loudest. It improves aerodynamics, and the updated ironwork also houses the radar for the advanced driver assistance system. The gloss black roof is very cool. I really like it. The mirror cap's a bit sporty, something to catch your eye. And there's the expected Recharge badging, EV-only wheels, and a gloss black rear diffuser. And this is where you plug in the XC40 Recharge. Now, this rig also comes with its own charging cable and an adapter. Now, this adapter is kind of cool because it allows you to plug into a heavy-duty appliance outlet like you have with your dryer at home. Here in the cabin, the first thing you notice from the driver's seat is this digital cluster that is really sharp, very readable, excellent graphics. The center touchscreen is integrated into the upper console. Nice, it's all of a piece. Below is a wireless phone charger. The concave metal strip in the lower dash and inserted in the doors is intended to deliver a high-tech look, and I think it's successful. Volvo has packed in a lot of features and functionality. In this cabin, well, it's really a very cool looking space, but it's not a very large one, although headroom is top-notch. I am impressed by the thoughtful details, and let's start with keyless entry and drive. Once you're in, with the key in your pocket or in your purse, just put it in drive and go. There is no start button here. The seats are excellent, really supportive in all the ways you want. There's a bag hook, small cup holders, but big door pockets, and a medium-sized storage locker at your elbow. Volvo worked with Harman Kardon to design the sound system, and it's first rate. The so-called air woofer is there just below the windshield. You're looking at quite the technology package here. And driving here should be rewarding, and it is. That's because the weighted bits are well distributed and mounted low. Dual electric motors, one at the front axle, one at the rear. Power is split 50-50, always, so constant all-wheel drive is standard, although the exact amount of torque varies as needed. The car is flat and stable at high speeds, and because it's all battery all the time, your drive is dead quiet other than wind noise and the volume control of the stereo. So should you spend $65 large on this Volvo electric? Well, I would if I had the coin and I were shopping for a vehicle like this, an all-around family SUV with electric or battery power. I mean, look, everything is well executed here. The Volvo brand is strong, and performance in all ways you can imagine is just superb. EVs are the future, folks. I mean, global sales now exceed 400,000 EV sales every month, and they're growing. By the end of this decade, EVs should account for about 1/3 of all new car purchases around the globe. Volvo has seen that future, bought in, and the XC40 Recharge shows you where the company is going.